Alright, so let's get into body armor. We're gonna enter that field on this channel. So, what are we talking about? So you got your basic body armor, you got your soft, which that's standard for like pistol or shotgun. Then if you want rifle protection, then you gotta get up to your level 3 steel. Then if you want something above and beyond that, then you gotta go with like a military interceptor or like a level 4 plate. Now, I don't know if one of you guys sent me this because there was no note inside the box, or if a manufacturer sent me this and I'm going to be forced to destroy it. The name on the package leads me to believe that one of my viewers sent it to me because he had used that name before. But I was unable to get a hold of him to find out for sure. I'm kind of hoping this was sent to me by a viewer so I don't have to destroy it and I can keep it, because ultimately I want to make like a full-on Juggernaut suit, just because, you know, like the face mask, the ballistic helmet, these plates on the front and back, you know, something where you're like, pow! Just because, just to see what it would be like. But these are quite heavy, your level 4 plates. This particular one is right in the ballpark of 6 pounds. Now, and you're supposed to wear 2 of these, one on the front, one on the back. That'd be like carrying 3 rifles. This is almost heavier than my rifle. It's crazy. So, coincidentally enough, another armor company got a hold of me, and they're going to actually have me destroy some plates, which, that's pretty cool. Can't wait to do that. So, typically, your level 3 steel, that will stop pretty much everything. Unless, of course, they're packing like a Winchester 270, you know, 130 grain or lighter, a 308 Interceptor, 30-06 Interceptor, 243 lighter than 70 grain, 30-06 Black Tip, 22 Cheetah, 22 250, 220 Swift. That's just to name a couple. There are other cartridges out there. But that's unrealistic that somebody would be shooting at you with a rifle like that. Unless, of course, you're in like hillbilly country where everybody has a hunting rifle. Generally speaking, the worst threat you would run into is a full-length AR-15, that's a 20-inch barrel, shooting a 55 grain. That is a hard projectile to stop. The closer you get to the armor, the harder it gets to stop. Typically, level 3 steel will stop it until you get within 15 feet. So like if the muzzle was on your chest and you had level 3 steel, and you got shot with that rifle, it'll probably penetrate. Outside of that range, you really got to have one of those calibers to do this kind of stuff to armor. This I actually did with a 243. Because steel is velocity sensitive. The projectile will slam into the armor, it'll disappear, it'll just get vaporized. However, energy doesn't disappear, it can only be transferred. And if you hit enough energy fast enough in a small enough spot, yeah, the bullet's gone, it fragments out, it no longer exists. It'll turn a section of the steel itself into a projectile and eject it out the back and cause trauma to your body. And that's the problem with level 3 steel or steel armor. But again, that's not a realistic threat, because who in their right mind would have like a 300 PRC loaded up with 168 grain or like a 243 loaded with 55 grain? People just don't do that. But if they did, now you need to get into ceramics. Now there's a trade-off. So you got your steel and you got your ceramic. The vulnerability to ceramic is multiple hits. Your steel, unless you're shooting one of those weirdo calibers that nobody would carry, you can take multiple hits until the spalling layer is gone and the spalling starts cutting into your throat. It's something like 5 hits, 5 to 10 hits, somewhere in there, that the armor can withstand. Ceramic stops the bullet differently. So with your steel, the bullet slams into it, it absorbs the energy, the bullet's gone, it just spreads out, does whatever, it might turn into a little mushroom and fall on the ground. The ceramic catches it by breaking apart, so the energy goes into it, the ceramic shatters, as the energy passes through it, the bullet has no energy left, therefore it can't penetrate, plus the ceramic just cuts little chunks off the bullet, so there's not really a solid chunk to impact anyway. And that'll stop pretty much everything but your black tip. Real AP ammo has a Bernal hardness in the core of like 70 or higher. Like your 30-06 black tip, that's mild steel, so it really struggles to go through ceramic armor. Your M855, mild steel. M855A1, mild steel. Now M855 black tip, I forget the military designation for it, that's got a tungsten core. That's around a Bernal hardness of 70. So when it hits the ceramic can't shred it up because it's too hard. So it's able to push through. Same with like your 30-06 black tip. Or not 30-06 black tip, 308 black tip. The actual tungsten core, or the 30-06 penetrators where it's a sabot and core is tungsten. That will push through. But again, that ammunition just isn't on the market. So generally speaking, for general use, level 3A would be the way to go. And it'll be typically lighter than your level 4, just because there's less material there. Like, it's usually only 2 millimeters thick. This is 3/8 thick. This is about double the thickness of level 3 steel. And that's important because, I mean, hell, this weighs just short of 2 pounds. So if your level 3 was actually this thick, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. You'd have a plate of like 16 pounds that doesn't even give you the protection of this 6-pound plate. Now, I believe this plate, obviously I'd have to destroy it to know for sure, is ceramic plating, because they'll do little squares, because that's how they help get around the whole single hit problem. Because if you have a bunch of little squares and you take a single hit here, yeah, that spot will no longer protect you. But if you took a hit just a little bit over because it's a brand new square, that spot will protect you. And then on the back, there will be some sort of steel usually. Now, what I'm really curious about, which I'm hoping a manufacturer will hit me up with a plate to destroy, is level 3 ceramic. Because level 3 ceramic, I don't know if these will have an effect against it. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it'll stop it. Maybe it won't. I'd like to throw lead at a level 3 ceramic and see what exactly it will stop. Because again, I got some accelerators that are just absolutely devastating. And I got a 243 and a 300 PRC I can just juice up the velocity on. That's absolutely devastating to level 3 steel. This is the kind of results you'll get. I don't know if I'll get those same kind of results against level 3 ceramic. And if I don't, that would be ideal in like Wisconsin because, yeah, we got our ARs, our AKs, stuff like that. However, we have a metric ton of people with hunting rifles. So hunting rifle velocity is a threat. On your smaller carbines, they just don't hit the velocity to really push through your level 3 steel. Again, unless they're shooting like 55 grain 5.56 at like point blank range. Pretty much anything you would see on a battlefield or in some sort of civilian unrest, your level 3 steel would most definitely stop. In Wisconsin, though, yeah, it's very common for people to have 220 Swifts, 243s, 30-06 they throw accelerators in, or 270s with 130 grain or less. Like, that's really, really common. So in Wisconsin, you got to kind of start to worry about those sort of things. And I'd really like to have a level 3 ceramic that I can throw those kind of calibers against and see what the hell happens. I don't know if they'll stop them or not. Again, I've only played with steel because I can buy little chunks of armor plate and shoot at it and see what happens. Destroying something like this on the channel, that has a huge finance behind it. Like, that's costly. And if I do some sort of armor penetration test because I'm shooting a firearm, there's like a 90% chance that the video will get demonetized. So this would just be a huge dump of cash, an investment I could never... It would be a bad investment because I would lose money on it. There's no way I could recoup the money I lost off of it by getting views and stuff like that. So if I'm going to shoot armor, I'm already going to consider that video a complete loss. It's not going to get views. It's not going to get monetized. So really, for me to test armor, the manufacturers have to send it to me. I just can't throw a couple $100 at a plate and destroy it, and only like 2,000 people view the video because it gets demonetized and the video makes 2 cents over the next like 24 months. You just can't operate a business like that. You got to get returns on your investments. Anyway, so it's kind of my little rant, like, hey, if you're an armor manufacturer and you want your stuff shot on this video, I'm specifically looking for level 3 ceramic. That's what I'd like to destroy, because that has a whole mystery, for me at least, surrounded behind it. I'm sure my viewers would like to see exactly, will level 3 ceramic stop these kind of calibers? Or is it in the same boat of level 3 steel, where no, it doesn't have a chance, and it doesn't have a snowball chance in hell against something like that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you're excited as I am to bust some armor on this channel, do some testing. If you'd like to help support the channel, got my Patreon right there. As always, I got affiliate links for just about anything I can find it down in the description for Amazon. Even if you don't buy what the link is for, just clicking on that link and doing the Amazon shopping you're going to do anyway, and a little kickback for it because you came there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Why do you got to be such a heartless little brat?
If I am such a brat, then why don't you spank me right now, Daddy? And show me what a bad girl I have been and teach me a lesson.
Okay, I might have been overreacting a little bit, Lacey. I love you. I'm never going to trade you in.
I love you too.
It's not the action I wanted, but it's the action I can get.